Just really wanted to catch the sound of the bells ringing for 9 o'clock. But notice here the gap between the main tower in the center and the two towers to the right. Again, the purpose of that is to allow more light in for the stained glass. This is the second most original bunch of stained glass in European cathedrals after Chartres in France. As Steve points out, these three arches in the front entrance, at the front entrance, are pure Gothic. The reaching pointed arches. Steve points out, although I can't really see it here, I just can only imagine he's correct. The right-hand tower, without the spires, is slightly taller than the left. And then the right-hand one has that frilly 15th century spire that was put on there apparently to keep up with Burgos Cathedral at the time. Exactly why, I don't know. Apparently this carving represents the Last Judgment. Mary, Saint Mary, sitting in the middle. And above Mary, which should be there, is apparently Saint Michael, who is weighing the souls. There, a closer look at Saint Michael weighing the souls. Apparently those figures on the left are those going to heaven. Those on the right are the ones going to hell. And if we look closer, according to Steve, at the ones on the left, we would note that they are all clergy or nobility. Exactly how you tell, I don't know, and it's really hard with this stupid ass flip out viewfinder thing that Sony has fraudulently left me with. So I'm going to try and pan up to this slowly and see if you can make out anything that suggests to you that it's nobility or clergy. The people all look in relaxed poses. There looks to be an angel right there. You can see it. I don't know what's going on with the guy over on the left side kneeling down with his head on the ground. Okay, so we're at the top. Now we'll start on the right side. Well, it does look like some filthy, nasty things are happening there. Looks like some decapitations. That guy right in the middle there looks like the devil. And that's probably a boiling pot that we see in the lower right-hand corner. Okay, and another boiling pot in the second row in the middle, about ready to throw me in. There are probably women of bad virtue explained there. But there's a whole bunch of angels on the inside track there. I don't know what they're doing there. Now, the panel directly above this statue of Mary and Jesus is a panel illustrating those who are going to party in heaven, to quote Steve, and those who are going to boil in hell in its cauldrons, which you can see two of. And certainly these could be your worst nightmare. And of course the purpose of the church was to scare the living crap out of you so that you would do exactly what they wanted, which was provide more wealth for them to aggrandize themselves and their churches. And that's what we revere today. Here's just a view, as much as I can do with this asinine camera. I wanted to pan this half of the carved wooden doors slowly. Here's a panel that we all can understand. See the Roman soldiers. Blade about to poke. Here you get a little idea of the benefit of this Gothic design of the flying buttresses. It allows for the thin, narrow, tall stained glass windows that you see there on the left. Okay, we're now in the main part of the church, facing the entrance to the church. And this is the rose window that Steve speaks of. And he indicates it's the most colorful. Also, it gets the most light at the end of the day. And it's actually Mary, surrounded by apparently playful angels. Now, if I'm facing the front of the church, which I should be, but I don't know what he means by the front, but the left side or the north side should be the darkest in the way of the colors of the stained glass. Since it's a dark day outside, I'm not sure that we're going to be able to appreciate his thought. Again, he seems to suggest that it's dominated by blue, lending itself to that darker sense. And the darker sense refers to the pre-Christ. Now, looking at the right side, in theory, it should be brighter. But again, I don't get that sense just from the colors alone on this rather dark external day. And I don't get the sense that it's not heavily influenced by blue, although not terribly dominated, but neither is the other side. Now we are looking at the opposite side of the rose window, which is on the main entrance, which should be to the south, kind of southwest. And we're looking at the opposite side. That does seem to be dominated by blue. But like kaleidoscopes, each of those is spectacularly beautiful, even if you have no clue what the content is. Okay, now Steve wants us to focus on the construction of the cathedral and noticing the foundation, which really means that first floor up through that area up there. Notice that there the stone, or the arches are of course of stone, i.e. the foundation concept. Except in the front there, where you can see peeking through those vista of arches glass.